Bankrate said Monday in a new survey that they did that the share of American workers that indicated they were going to seek a new role in the next 12 months was likely at 56%. 56% said, I'm probably going to look for a new job in the next 12 months. Pretty fascinating. Let's look at the prior year when they asked the question. It was at 49%. I'm sorry, 51%. So it's a 5% bump. Now, this is interesting because the data, the economic data out there saying that we saw a slowdown of all the job switching. And yet, the amount of people at least reporting, again, they've not decided to move on, but they're saying, yeah, people asked me in a poll or survey, am I going to look for a new job in the next 12 months? And you have 56% people saying, yes, I am. Over 4 in 10 workers said it was likely that they would request a pay increase or more flexibility in the next 12 months. I think a lot of people are hedging their bets. They're going, you know what? I'm going to ask for a pay raise. I'm going to ask for more flexibility. I know they're all doing this. We're not working from home anymore, but maybe times have changed. And we're just going to keep asking. We're going to keep nudging the leader, the boss. And I think a lot of them are going, if I don't get the answer I want, I'm going to go look for it somewhere else. And I think this is a game of musical chairs. And the way musical chairs always worked was everybody got up to the music and we all went around the chairs and we waited for the music to stop and someone was always left out. That's the way musical chairs works. And I think this kind of attitude could get a lot of people in trouble as we look over the next 2 years. If these poll numbers keep coming out where people go, you know what, I'm looking. Now, right now, we have a job economy where there are a lot of jobs available. Okay. But we also have this shift now. The numbers are shifting where more and more leaders and companies are saying, you've got to come into the office some. The hybrid model is going to be the predominant model of work for the near future. Yes, we'll let you work remote, but yes, you need to be in the office some. That is going to be the predominant model. Will the 4-day work week take hold in America? Who knows? If I had to bet right now, I would say yes. So that's just a little fun. We could pull back on this one day if I end up being right. I'm going to say I think it's going to happen, and that gives a lot of people some heartburn or a rash, whatever. But I'm just telling you, it's being tested in Europe. It's being tested in the United States. I think it's coming, but I don't know when. But I think it's coming. Now, all that to say. The survey also found that 21% of workers obtained new employment and 11% resigned from jobs in the last 12 months. So of the people who said, 56% of people said, I'm going to look for a job this year, a new job. 21% said they had just gotten a job in the last 12 months. Now, this tells me that, and again, they don't lay it out in this article, but this is a lot of Gen Z and your younger millennials. The way that those generations are wired, they don't think about work in the context of the boomers whose parents were the greatest generation and they worked one job for 45 years, fixing the same freaking widget for 45 years. That doesn't exist anymore. Okay. And then we saw the boomers, my parents, they kind of stayed in careers a much, much longer time. But then we saw Gen X start to look at that a little differently. And as each generation going down, the millennials and Gen X, they start looking at work as a gig, not a career. In fact, I think I've told my team, stop calling me a career coach. Stop using the word career. I've told them. Why? Because the younger people don't think of work in a long span. And we use the word career culturally as in I'm a plumber or I am a technician or I'm a project manager. That's not career. Career speaks to a body of work. It's a historical, like over my time. That's correct, but that's not the way most people see it. We use it as I'm picking this career and I'm picking it. No, let me tell you something. Gen Z, my kids, my teenagers, they're not thinking about how long they're going to work at some place. They're in the moment, baby. And that's the new world of work, and we better wake up to it, leaders, because that's who you're dealing with.